Damien. I'm one of the developers behind the Seed. And now I'm going to talk about the inventory system that we have. As you might already know, we are all about immersion. We're constantly obsessed about how to find, tweak, modify, improve bits and pieces of the game so it forms a coherent whole. How the sound can react with the visual and the visual elements, how they can react with textual content or interactive content, and so on. Other than immersion, we are all about natural, non-discrete sounds that make you feel like that you aren't just hearing a sample played over and over, but a dynamic, real-life thing that you can touch, manipulate, and it will give off sound as if it was a real thing. We do this by implementing hundreds of sounds, launched within certain random limits of volume, sequence, and pitch, to give off procedural sounds which almost always sound fresh when activated. Well, with the inventory, we went a bit overboard, into the sea of immersion. Items too large to fit in the backpack are attached to the outside of the backpack. Other items are dynamic and usable, such as the harmonica or the GPS device. Some items have concrete uses, and a life might depend on the presence of a certain item. There are about 100 separate sounds that are sandwiched together in slightly random quantities to give off really dynamic and unpredictable sounds. On top of that sandwich, there is cherries, or I don't really know what goes on top of sandwiches, but on top of that, there are localized sounds that are only activated when certain class of items are selected. Metal-made objects give off a subtle hint of metallic sounds. Rubber or plastic objects sound exactly like rubber or plastic sounds. Of course, there are permutations and variations of these specific sounds too, because that's what we do. At first, as you can see from the Kickstarter examples, we promised that we would do an inventory which was about 8x8 squares, classic sticky inventory items and all that inventory Tetris jazz that every single game implements. But why stop there? It's boring over there, and Tetris is an old video game. We wanted to simulate the act of literally submerging your hand into the bag and rummaging around in there. The items aren't directly visible until you actually touch them and identify them as specifically this or that item. The way they are sorted is also as close to real backpacks as possible. Try to remember the last time you reached into an actual real-life bag and stuff was neatly packed into their own 8x8 sorted grid. This is what rummaging into a bag looks like. You get lost, you don't see everything clearly, and you need some time to find the exact thing you were looking for. Is it more uncomfortable? Yes. Is it harder to get what you wanted immediately? Yes. And that's good. We want that. This is one of the reasons we started the world of the Seed, which, if you have access to the beta, you should really try it out. Well, that was all about the inventory system we implemented. For those that just saw it for their first time, we hope you liked it.